Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be talking about reasons why you are not seeing the progress into getting your body goals. Oh my goodness, I've been getting so many questions from my lovely subscribers. I'm so appreciative of you guys. And they basically been asking me like, why is this happening to me? Why I've been eating this and I haven't been seeing this, just so many random questions. And I'm like, I really need to make a video because there's so much information out there on getting an hourglass body shape. And I realized that, nobody's telling you guys what you're doing wrong. So this video is for you guys today. Now I am giving this video towards apple shaped girls. So apple shape basically means that, you store your fat up top, your arms, your chest, your belly, and not really so much on your lower part of your body. And, I want to gear towards you guys because I know it's difficult for a lot of you guys to see results into distributing the fat correctly. So this is a learning lesson for my girls that also pear shape or hourglass or whatever, but this is going to gear towards specifically my apple body shape girls. So, but before we get to this video, be sure to hit that like button and also subscribe, and let's get to these tips. So in this video, I'm going to be covering some of the dietary mistakes as well as the mistakes you're making in the gym. So I noticed that on YouTube and Instagram, there's a lot of like one size fits all videos. They're saying, this is exactly how you get a bigger butt or, bigger breasts, whatever the case is, right? And that is kind of difficult to say because everyone has a different body type or shape. So a good way for you to determine your body type of shape is check out my video over here. I basically talk about the different body types and how to eat accordingly. And one thing I noticed that a lot of us apple-shaped girls do, which is not right, is we work out our entire body. It's good for anyone with any body shape to be doing full body workouts, but if you have an apple body shape, you want to stay away from working out your upper part of your body. Remember, you're more prone to putting on fat in your upper part of your body. So if you are working out your upper body, you're basically going to make your muscles more pronounced. You don't want to do that. It's going to make it seem like your upper body is much bigger than your lower. So when you're in the gym, make sure you're doing the correct exercises. When you're doing strength training exercises, make sure that you are, focusing on your glutes, your quads, your hams, all that, your calves, all that. But you are going to do a little bit of light workouts on your upper body, but don't do heavy intensive training on your upper body because like I said, it's just going to make your upper body look even more pronounced than what it really is. A second mistake that a lot of us apple body or just people in general, period, make is they actually are not training enough. So remember, after 72 hours, your muscles go atrophic. So that basically means that the lack of activity is causing your muscles to decrease in size. So you want to make sure that you're working out 2 to 3 times per week and you're doing those main strength training exercises, which is working your glutes, your hips, your quads, hams, calves, all that, so you can start to see size and develop more muscles. All right, so now that we covered the fitness aspect, let's talk about the dietary aspect, which is super, super important. So you worked out in the gym, you did your correct exercises, all that, right? But now you're eating a hamburger or you're eating some big old fries or you're just basically eating a bowl of ice cream that's sitting in the back of your fridge, right? Sounds familiar? Well, that's actually not the diet, of course, that you want. So you want to make sure that you're eating the correct foods. A lot of people consume too much omega-6s. Omega-6 fats are your highly saturated fats, and they're all in your favorite foods, but of course they're not good for you, and they'll actually hinder you from seeing results. Studies have showed that omega-6 foods, which is basically, like I said, highly saturated foods, tend to be stored in your belly. So you definitely want to stay away from that. The best food that you want to eat is omega-3 foods. I've been basically talking about this a lot on my channel, but omega-3 foods are, your fish oils, your nuts, your salmon. You can go on google.com and type in a list of omega-3 foods, and it'll give you an entire list of omega-3 rich foods. So omega-3s are definitely going to be your best friend. Omega-3s have phytoestrogens in it, healthy fats, really good source of protein. So for example, like salmon. Salmon is like the perfect food that you want to eat post-workout because it has a lot of omega-3s, it has a lot of protein, and it's very, very rich in healthy fats. So you definitely want to make sure that you're eating, omega-3 rich foods, because those foods do not store weight in your midsection. So the next dietary mistake that you're making is you're probably eating foods that are causing bloatedness. Yes, sometimes we think that we're fat, and that's actually not the case. We're probably just retaining a little bit more water than usual. I did make a complete video, I'll link it over here, about how to combat and reduce bloatedness. So you definitely want to check that out. Like I said, I went into depth on that. And yeah, you want to make sure that if there's any foods that you possibly may be allergic to, then you want to make sure you're not eating that, because it's going to make you bloated, of course. One food that a lot of people, I think even 70 to 80% of this country is lactose intolerant. So you want to make sure that you're not eating anything that has dairy in it, cheese, all that good stuff. You want to stay away from that because that is going to cause bloatedness. The key here is to keep your waistline as trim as possible. So that leads me to my next point. A common mistake people make is they're eating too much sugar and too much carbs. And what you have to understand is high insulin is going to cause you to store fat in your midsection. So another good Google research is to check out high glycemic foods. Basically, the glycemic index is a measure of how quickly food causes our blood sugar levels to rise. So as you can imagine, things like, white bread or white potatoes are pretty high in the high glycemic index. So you want to eat low glycemic foods. So again, just do a quick Google research, and I'll probably also put some links down below as well. And that will give you an idea of the foods to stay away from, because they're just spiking your blood sugar. You also want to stay away from carbs. You want to definitely eat your carbs. Your macros are good, your protein, your carbs, and your healthy fats. But if you are eating the wrong carbs, then that's definitely going to cause you to, have high insulin, as well as storing fat in your belly. So you want to eat those good carbs. Best carb that I would say is sweet potatoes. Your sweet potatoes, yams, all that good stuff is not going to cause your blood sugar to rise. So stay away from bad carbs, stay away from sugar, and you'll be good. So just to conclude, make sure that you're working out correctly, and you're working out specifically for your body type. And also make sure that you're eating the correct foods. You're not eating any bad foods. You're just basically going to eat your omega-3s and any food that's going to help trim your waistline and make your body snatched. So if you guys like this video, sound off in the comments below. Let me know what you guys think, what you're going to give up, and how you're going to reach your body goals. And be sure to hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.